Are you defined by your emotions? If so, do you know why? I was defined by my emotional world because it felt safe and secure. I used things outside of myself to add to a felt sense of identity, like job titles, story embellishment, opinions that made me feel heard, even diagnoses. These things made me feel significant. I also used to spend most of my time trying to get somewhere else by using many techniques, including my phone, which is an outstanding delivery method at giving you good feelings. I use those as distractions to transport me out of reality, away from my uncomfortable emotions, or to a safe place in the future, which is called a healing or rescue fantasy. When I get this, or I do that, or get here, I'll be happy. I was avoiding my reality, scared to feel my unresolved or repressed emotions. This was my false but felt sense of reality. The feelings of accepting that and taking accountability of it was too overwhelming, so much so that suicide then became an option. I was addicted to good feelings, even if they continued to negatively impact my life and excuse me into living a life I didn't really want to. I felt normal, safer, more comfortable to further harm my physical and psychological well-being than to sit with my emotions until I learned how. I tried to manage my emotions through journaling, a couple meditating methods, exercise, and grounding techniques. Yet the overwhelming emotional reactions continued to come, and I still felt like I didn't know what to do. I never knew I could have a relationship with them instead of continuing to use habits to avoid them. I now am able to see overwhelming emotions, the ones that used to leave me feeling alone, helpless, anxious, isolated, and shameful. Those emotions are still there, and I still experience them, yet my interactions with them are better. I can now take a second or two to ask them questions to get to know them better. Essentially, all I've learned to do is offer them the attention they were looking for when they were created, when my unresolved emotions were created. I didn't need to learn what to do to help my emotions. I needed to learn how to do it. I read a lot of how-tos: choose different, love myself, be confident, repeat physical habits until you get to this point and feel this way, and so on. Without learning the COMSA method I offer in my program and describe below, and applied it to my mental language, I wouldn't have learned how to cope with myself in a supportive, loving manner. I would have continued enabling or rescuing myself, using the unhealthy habits to escape my life. I learned to let my emotions know that overwhelm restricts the ability to get to know them. I learned that my unresolved emotions were looking for resolve, something I didn't know how to give them at the time. My emotions are finding resolve when they are willing to accept my COMSA energy. You can do this too. Learn to offer your unresolved emotions the loving, supportive attention they've always been looking for, and you too can find emotional freedom. I'd love to hear how it's going for you. See you on the next.